You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So here's what's happening right now in New York baseball, and it's definitely one of the bigger offseason shocks. Devin Williams, after a rocky year in the Bronx, is now officially heading across town. The Mets have signed the former Yankees reliever to a 3-year deal worth more than $50 million, and the move is already being talked about as one of the Mets' biggest free agency swings so far. What makes this so interesting is how quickly things changed for Williams. Just a year ago, he arrived in New York with the expectation that he'd take over the Yankees' 9th inning after dominating in Milwaukee. Instead, the season turned into one long roller coaster. He was pulled from the closer role not once but twice, and those early months were tough. An ERA sitting over 11 after his first 10 games made it clear that something wasn't clicking. But later in the year, things stabilized a bit. Williams was used in more of a setup role and responded with a strong September, throwing 9 scoreless innings in 9 appearances. He also delivered in October, putting together a solid postseason that reminded everyone why he had been considered elite for so long. Even with the ugly 4.79 ERA, some of his underlying numbers suggested he wasn't washed. He still had the big strikeout stuff, and some metrics indicated that bad luck played a role in the bloated numbers. The Mets clearly saw enough to believe he can rebound. And the reunion with David Stearns, his former Brewers general manager, probably didn't hurt. What's even more intriguing is that this move doesn't close the door on Edwin Diaz returning to Queens. Diaz opted out earlier this offseason, but the Mets are reportedly still interested in bringing him back. If they do, they'd be going into 2026 with 2 top-tier late-inning arms, which would give their bullpen a very different look from last year's collapse. For Williams, this is yet another reset. He admitted near the end of the year that New York took some getting used to, especially after 6 quieter seasons in Milwaukee. But he also said the Bronx grew on him, and that he appreciated the intensity of fans who just want to see their team win. Now he'll get a fresh start at Citi Field, and in some ways the pressure he faced with the Yankees might actually help him settle in faster this time. The Mets, meanwhile, aren't pretending that running it back was an option after everything that went wrong last season. They've already shaken up the coaching staff and made a major trade involving Brandon Nimmo. Williams' signing is simply the latest signal that this team is going to look very different, and they're hoping very improved when opening day comes around. Stay subscribed for more videos.